see. Do you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
If you wore a Naut uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in. Unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients. But it's doable.
Captain, milady, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
You're going to have to wait. We need to find a way to clear the access to the warehouse.
To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get... To my help! And death to... the others! To my help! And death to the others! to get dicey.
Selection. Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
And there you have it. You'd never guess they were once broken.
Well then, were you able to repair it all?
Yes, just like new. Or nearly.
That does indeed look like fine work. You know what you're doing.
I would hope. Can you tell me where I can find my cousin now?
Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted a band of ruffians from the lower boroughs. Dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets from here.
What kind of business do they run?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. But you didn't hear that from me. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry if I were you. They're not the tender sorts.
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Get him out of whatever mess he's got himself into. Seemed like a courageous fellow. Who could down his pint? Anything else?
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye. This smuggler is filthy. But perhaps we'll discover some useful information.
Good day. Someone told me that you were a friend of Jonas, the young cabin boy who was gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Why? I haven't the faintest idea.
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have... And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one,
Do you think you could have made him...
I wouldn't think that for a moment.
I don't know where to start with this.
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to me, the itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others. And when you drink... Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you get.
What do you think about Captain...
He's a damn good navigator. He knows his craft well.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet.
I need to be going. Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing...
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I... But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds. He didn't go missing, he was taken.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him, and then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier. Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me, but my legs betrayed me.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. And the captain? No.
Did Jonas seem troubled to you?
Maybe.
Do you know what was on his...
No. No idea.
Why would anyone want to snatch...
How would I know? You...
It's just that I can't imagine... Did anyone else see...
There was still a small crowd. I seem to recall that regular being there. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night. Now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know.
What do you think?
He's a just man. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for lass.
Thank you, Lauro.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here. I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this. Tavern keeper.
I see you're back.
I am looking for a Naut. A young cabin boy who has been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients.
I see. An able-bodied man.
Where might I find him at this...
Here? Anything else?
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
Who are you? I don't reckon...
No, have no fear of... I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared. A young cabin boy.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the three of them.
What can you tell me about the boy?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was one, and he must have been right to be nervous.
Tell me what happened that...
A rich merchant came, the kind of man you can round up for a few... They exchanged words with the cabin boy.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh, and I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him, if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think?
No, my lady, you're in luck. It was Sir Fontaine.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the...
Thank you. You've been...
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Madam, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't be able to come.
Might I help you, my lady?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lady de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your...
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here. But perhaps...
It concerns a delicate... According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force.
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you...
These witnesses are all in agreement. And it is their...
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have... A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship?
It is what they do.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. It seems that you have been protected from the this horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know.
Where might I find your son?
I cannot say, Excellency. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact. It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
Madam, you still haven't found your cousin?
Have no fear. I will bring him back into...
I'm still without news of my cabin boy.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services, in some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract, but what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a naught. Our ships are his home. We are his only family.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Naut?
Sir de Corsilion is a veritable well of scientific knowledge. He could tell us a little more.
But I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope...
Don't worry.
I certainly hope so.
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. She told me a strange story about her. She said that he was taken when he was a child, due to some contract with the Nauts.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nauts. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son in an agreement signed between my uncle and the Nauts?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nauts as quickly as possible. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.